Hello. I'm sorry. I updated OBS, and then it sets to the default microphone. So everything I've said is basically lost because I've been talking here for a while. So thanks, John, for noticing that. Can you hear me now? Test, test, test. Sorry about that. So what I was saying that Watkins Glen has been racing here since 1956, and the Glen, as it's called, in the Watkins Glen, New York. So it's at the southern tip of the Seneca Lake. So it hosted Formula One here for 20 years, from 1961 to 1980. So can you imagine Formula One cars go through here? Crazy. So let's follow someone. Chris Bourne is on a good run. Let's see where he is if we get into the cockpit. I mean, can you imagine Formula One cars go on this track? It's unbelievably. Thanks for the feedback there, John. So braking, you want to hit the apex on that, and you can go out a little bit wide. Oh, he's fighting the wheel a little bit, Chris. And there's 50 meters, braking point, hit the apex, get on the throttle before you pass there. It was a little bit late. And here at 100 meters, you can kind of just lift and get on the throttle again. And he downshifted and then upshifted. So he's up half a second now. And he's going to get the fastest lap. There it is, 1:43.9. Let's go from the beginning here as well. So you want to hit that apex. You can go out pretty wide, like he's doing, gaining some time, you see. Oh, my producer didn't want me to see that, so let's get into the cockpit again. And then it's long straight. So here, I hope there's going to be some restraint, because people are going to brake a little bit earlier. You can go up on that curb, and that curb, and that curb, and that curb. I love that little segment there when you hit that right. And then you really need to be very careful as you go around there and be easy on the throttle. Mr. Shannon, welcome. And here is a late apex on this corner. Get on the throttle. And then as you come up on the last 100-meter brake marker, you can try to slingshot around on second gear. Get on the throttle to power up this little hill. And now we're back to where we started with Chris on the previous lap. So Chris Bourne in the lead, 1:43.9. So pretty commanding lead right now. Provisional pole for Chris Bourne. He's 6 tenths ahead of Brian. Brian in the pit right now, so is Derek. Let's look at Kenny Flenstedt from Sweden. Oh, accident. What happened there? Let's do a little replay. Was that an accident or? No, I guess not. Ah, never mind. Yeah, back to Kenny Flenstedt. Currently in P8. Mark Stevens up to P8 right now. Moved Kenny down one spot. Let's go through from the bottom, so to speak. Here's Kevin Torrance. Abandoning his lap there. Mike Maleski is back from his long trip. Took up to get back to Canada. Yeah, his whole rig boxed up in his custom-made box, where he puts all his sim gear. And we have about 5 minutes left. Brian Banks. Currently sitting back in P21. And Daniel Britos is on track. So is Ben Shaya in P19. Just going up the line. Eric Langlois from France coming through in this pink Porsche. He's not improving his time. And we have Salt or Jolt, his name, Kiss. I'm not actually. You don't call it. You don't. He has. You pronounce the name in another way. I call him Jolt. Dimitri Statis, Canada, up to P16. Roman Mark is on track today. I'm gonna try and see where these guys were last year. Roman was P15. I think the last race, and I think actually Circuit of America was quite a equalizer because not everyone is so used to that track. Terry Trowbridge, there he is, up making up good time. And Dimitri Statis starting a new lap. And Chris Bourne still in the lead, 1:43.8. So half a second ahead of Murray. Chris was P2 last race, or two last races. So he's the only McLaren up front right now. Derek Bird in his trusty Porsche, running P4 at the moment. A lot of people sits in the pits right now. Maybe they just thought that this is the best they can do. Zimmer up in P5. Where is Zimmer in the championship? Zimmer, he did P11 at Circuit of the Americas, and so did he also did that in the first race, P11. All right, don't forget to press like on this broadcast. That would be great. As we have 2.5 minutes left of qualifying. Like I mentioned before, it's a 30-minute race. There are no pit stops. Roman Mark moved up to P15. Jai up to P20. And Kevin Torrance is running last spot right now. P23 in the BMW. Daniel Brito's up 0.3 right now, running P13. Is he gonna improve? See what he can do. Yeah, he improves his time. If he stays like this, he gonna hopefully get into top 10. As we saw, Derek Bird was giving up on his lap. Going into the pits. Let's follow Britos. A 0.4. Current in P13. This could get him to P10, I think. Let's see. Yeah, P10. Daniel Britos. Nicely done. Ponov still out driving. He's on an invalid lap at the moment. He has time to do one more run. Hey, Peter David, welcome. So let's see if Ponov can do something in the last quivering seconds of this race. He is behind on his time right now. You only need 1/10 actually to get P2. Now right now he's down 1/10, so let's follow him and see what's gonna happen. Going through there, very smooth. And here, patient on the throttle. Braking and the late apex. Yeah, nice. Got a good run out of that corner. He's about even with his previous time, 1:44.387 for him, but he needs to I mean, if he just can improve with 0.04 of a second, he'll be in P2, so this is gonna cut it very, very close. He goes a little wide. Yeah, he lost the tenths. Can he do something here? Get on the throttle early. Oh, he lost a little bit time there. 2/10, he lost 3 even. Yeah, he's down half a second. And he's not gaining that. He goes into the wall. Well, good try. Good try. Let's go to the track walk because now we're done with qualifying. So we have Chris Bourne, Brian Murray, and Mirsch and Derek on the 2 first rows. So here's Watkins Glen. So there's the 90, and then we're coming up this long straight through the S's, which doesn't look as intimidating there on the track as they do in real time on the race. The inner loop, and then we go down to this kind of boot-looking thing. Here's the chute, and we're coming down to, yeah, you guessed it, the toe, and we're racing then towards the heel, and then this little tricky left-hander, and then this fast left-hander, and now the fast right-hander, and we completed a lap at Watkins Glen. There you have it. That's Watkins Glen. Race will start soon. In the meantime, if you are new to eSeniors, we are an organization of 50 and older racers. If you want to read a little bit more about us, I'm putting up a link, which is, oh, something happened here. I need to log in. That's a little bit typical. See if he will do that for me. No, he's not. Okay, yeah, I couldn't do that. So let me try something else here. Ah, darn it. I lost the link to the chat. Bear with me. I'll be right with you. All right, I have my chat back. I think there it is. Okay, let's get back on track. All right, just working on something here. Bear with me. Okay, let's see if we can get my little track walk working here. Here we go. Grid walk. There we go. Let's do the grid walk as we do the full formation lap. So Chris Bourne, all British first row here. P2, Brian Murray. So Brian won the last 2 races. Chris Bourne was second the last 2 races. So I think it's going to be a very spicy start to this race. Okay, there's Mirj Ponov, P3. And next to him on second row is Derek Bird, Randy Zimmer from the United States. Then we have Laurent from France, Robert Homer, and Mark Stevens, Kenny Flenstedt from Sweden, Daniel Britos from Argentina, Philippe Savage, P11, Terry Trowbridge, P12, Jeremy Arobas, P13. Thomas Rainier, he has his own stream, by the way, if you want to see it also from his vantage point. Nick Newcomb and Roman Mark, Dimitri Statis. I think that's the only Mercedes today. P17, Zsolt from Hungary, P18, P19, Brian Banks, P20, Michel Benchaya, and then P21, Eric Langlois, P22, Mike Meleski, and P23, Kevin Torrance. So 26 cars signed up for the championship, and we had 23 on track. So super happy about that. As the cars work themselves through. And guys, click the like button. Get the magic working here at YouTube so we get people that catch our stream. So yeah, as I started to say, we're an organization of 50 years and older racers on ACC, and we are on the platform, the PC platform. You can find us yeah, here on YouTube or Twitch. Send a message, connect over Discord and Facebook as well, and you can get age verify and race with us. And we have races every day. We have open races, and we have 3 days dedicated to championship races. So if you don't want to race a championship, just join us and just do kind of the weekly races. We have 1 track per week that we focus on. So welcome everyone. I think it's going to be spicy here between Brian and Chris. The question is who's going to get the best start. And hopefully we won't see any accidents. As we're coming through the turn, everyone is lined up in pairs. Chris Bourne, Brian Murray, Mirj Ponov, Derek Bird, Randy Zimmer, and Laurent Rouillet. I think that's was his last name. Those are the first couple of rows. There's the start. Good start there for Chris Bourne. Very good start. We're going to see it kind of gets a little bit tight here in the corner. That's gonna, so far so good. Let's get back to Chris. He's racing up, and looks Mirj Ponov a good contact on Brian. This gonna be really, really tricky as we come up to the chicane. And you have to be really attentive how people brake. That looks good so far. Just panning down to see some opportunistic driving. Really nice. Someone went a little bit wide there, but I don't think there was really that much contact. Yeah, 1 contact noted, 2 contacts noted. I don't think they were too bad. Maybe Roman Mark had an altercation there. Brian Murray is chasing Chris Bourne. See if we can go back to one of those accidents actually. Let's do that real quick. See what happened. If we see a little contact here maybe. Oh yeah, there's a little side action that caused that car to go wide. Going back to Brian Murray chasing Chris. Looking down on other cars that are getting close. This is Simmer on Laurent. Let's get the timing board up. Fastest lap, Chris Bourne. Let's go down a little bit. Terry Trowbridge. Good run. Thomas Rainier has a good run here on Trowbridge. Getting very close. Philippe Savage, and here goes up sideways, not sideways, but side by side as they're coming through. Looked like we had a very clean first lap, actually. Yeah, accident involving 72, so that's Thomas that we're looking at. And 97, so that's their contact. They just had a light little scrub. Mish Pornoff reaching Brian Murray, looks like, and behind him we have Derek. It's a very spicy start here on this front top 10 here. We have very close racing. Yeah, I'm glad you like that audio incident alert. That actually comes from the Pitwall software. You can use an overlays from that Pitwall that I'm running right now. You can also go to Pitwall/eSeniors and you can look at the detailed data there. Your own little views. You see some detailed track action. It also includes the Twitch stream. I need to move that graphic. It's a little bit weird that the way it sits. Put that one on too. A lot of buttons to click here. Oh, they're sideways. Eric Langlois, sideways. Sorry, just fixing something here. Right, that didn't work. Okay, back to the action. Oh, Roman Mark in pursuit. Nick Newcomb. Roman is up 1 position. Oh, that's an accident. Let's see what happened. Yeah, it's good to get that thing on the screen so I see it. Otherwise I see it on the software, but I don't keep an eye on it. Here we go, they go side by side, coming through. Oh, just the slightest touch between these two guys. I mean, that's really a race incident, I feel. And again, we just adjudicate actively on the first lap. And anything else needs to be reported. But again, very light on contacts on the first lap. Very nicely done. Now fastest lap, 1:44.9 of Brian. Still sits a half a second behind. Kenny Flenstedt getting close to Mark Stevens. And Flenstedt making a move. He's thinking twice about that, which is probably a good idea. It's really hard to pass on this if you're on the outside on that turn. Oh, there's a contact behind. Dimitri Statis, Banks, and Torrance, I think, was involved in that too. Should we see? So we're following Statis. We came through. Yes, that's it. Had happened. Randy Zimmer in pursuit of Laurent, and behind there we also have a tight racing there with Kenny Flenstedt, Mark Stevens. Get back to Roman Mark real quick. Also very close racing. There's a move on the inside perhaps, which is really hard to do here too. You don't want to get pinched. Yeah, good move there. I was thinking twice about it. So 30-minute race today, 22 minutes left. Mike Mileski just lost the position to Jolt. We're with Nick Newcomb chasing Jeremy Robas. This is a track, that's not really easy to pass on. You kind of have to stress the driver in front, just try to stay close enough, have the momentum so you can capitalize on a mistake. The Newcomb is up 2 positions. Looks a little bit on the inside. And behind there we have Roman Mark lurking to start the new lap. Fastest lap now, Chris Bourne is 8/10 ahead of Brian Murray. Great drive by Chris, very decisive. Oh, really pressure on Jeremy. Oh, a little wiggle there by, let's go back to them. Yeah, Nick Newcomb had a little wiggle, lost positions to both Roman and Daniel Britos. Unfortunate for him. Daniel Britos is down 4 positions from his start. Biggest gains right now is actually Benchaya. He's up 4 positions, while 1, 2, and 3, and 4, the top 4 drivers basically drive in their in the position where they started. Oh, Roman Mark makes contact. Yeah, he made contact with Newcomb there. He got too close. Oh, I think it was, yeah, it was Roman Mark. Thomas up 3 positions. Car 72, the Porsche in the Martini livery. One of my favorite liveries on track. Yeah, now when people are getting the tires fired up a little bit. There's much more challenges. It was very nice and clean the first lap, actually. People are starting to push now, and it's really not easy to pass. Roman is getting very, very close here on Jeremy. Let's get on the overhead. See if we can get a good run on Jeremy as he comes out on the straight. Not able to reach on the straight, coming into the chicane. Let's see who's fastest through here. As we cut to Chris Bourne. Now Murray have got a little bit of contact with him. Murray is waiting on a mistake from Chris. Get the Roman mark. Still in the pursuit of Jeremy, getting closer. Taking a little different line there, he was peeking on the side. That could help him coming up. Yeah, I think he got a better run on Jeremy here. Question is, where is he gonna make the move? Maybe on the start straight. Opening up the line, they're much easier earlier rather than Jeremy. Is it going to go on the inside now? Yeah, there's the move. I think Jeremy was sensing, and Jeremy goes wide there too and loses another position to Britos. Jeremy dropped 2 positions there. I think he was feeling that Roman was much faster. Didn't want to have any altercation, but that cost him yet another position to Britos. That looks really racy today. Roman Mark is now up 4 positions today. Dirk Bird have reached Mears. And again, no pit stop, so we might see some tire issues. I don't know. And we have dropped 1 driver. I don't know who dropped. Might be able to see that somewhere. My log. Nick Newcomb disconnected. I don't know if that was a disconnect he wanted to do. Laurent is driving in P6. That's where he started. Yes, Randy Zimmer lurking behind him. This is Homer, Robert Homer, one of our new drivers, sitting here in P5 at the moment. Let's look to see. Terry, he lost 10 positions, so he was certainly involved in one of these contacts we have seen. And then we have Kevin Torrance in P21. Oh, he's oversteering like crazy as we kind of get a little bit of the commentary's curse on him. Brian Banks in P20. And here's Mike Mileski. Mike Mileski driving in P19. He looks like he has a little damage in front. You really need all the downforce you can get on this track. Dimitri Statis looks good. That car sounds good too. It's Breitling. Eric Langlois sits in P17. He's up 4 positions from his starting point. Zolt is up, or Jolt, it's hard. Up 2 positions in his Audi. 5 positions, Michel Benchaya. And he's now chasing his buddy here, Jeremy Arobas. Jeremy Arobas have Daniel Britos in front. Oh, something happened. Wonder if someone left again here. Yeah, 22. Someone disconnected. Let's see if my log. I wonder if that wasn't... Yeah, Thomas. Car 72 disconnected. That's unfortunate. So 2 cars are disconnected so far. Not sure why. Let's look at the leaders here. It's getting close. It might be a fight here in the end. Now, if tires, if they start to push here and start to wear the tires. Yeah, Homer is a good driver. Yeah, I agree, Saunders. Very solid. And never involved in any kerfuffles. Kevin Torrance is now in the pits. And I have the ACC standard layout there, so we can see if there's anyone that gets any track infringements. Benchaya really working on Jeremy. And Kevin Torrance is still sitting in the pits, so I think he might just have given up. You have to have complete at least 2/3 of the laps for your run to count, otherwise you get the DNF. And then you don't get any points. Because I think the points are going pretty deep. I think down to actually P30 you get points, if I remember correctly. And those barriers there, if you go off those barriers, they don't move. It's not like Monza, you can just blow through them and they go up in a cloud of styrofoam. That's a hard impact if you go into one of those. Oh, Brian getting to reach Mr. Bourne. He's getting in his cockpit, see. Little sun in your eyes as you come through on the last turn. Turn 15. You want to get on that apex? Yeah, he does. And very close now between Benchaya and Jeremy. And Brian lost a little time here, so all of a sudden he lost maybe half a second all of a sudden. Laurent chasing Zimmer. Oh, nice line through there, slingshotting around, getting an advantage here on Zimmer. But this area is really hard. Oh, Zimmer is struggling there. This is a really hard area, this sector here, to do any type of passing, unless there's someone that does a mistake. And if you get on this curve here, you can really get in trouble. Good run here on the BMW, on the Ferrari. Keeping an eye on Brian in front too. He gets close. All right, Brian Murray caught up. Let's get in his cockpit. I think this is gonna be fight to the end. Less than 9 minutes remains. So just to remind everyone, Brian has been winning the last 2 races in this series of 10. Maybe coming through the chicane. This is where mistakes can happen. You can capitalize. Oh, getting very close here. Great racing. It's gonna be side by side here soon. I wonder if Chris is having issues with his tires. Going through there really nicely though. Looked like Murray had to pull back a little bit. Let's follow this fight. I think this is the closest on the track right now. Brian lost a little bit there as he had to pull back. Got a little bit close to Chris. Let's give Robert a little screen time. We talked about him here in the chat. Robert was commended as a good driver, which is nice to hear. In the Porsche, in front of him, another Porsche, Derek Bird, really getting to reach Ponov. We have 6 minutes left, so probably have tires being a little bit worn now. Derek brakes a little bit later there than looked like, and then Ponov. Really sounds good, this Porsche, and you're on the inside. Sliding a little bit. Yeah, let's look at the steering input of that's good, interesting thing to see as we start the lap here with Chris. I will see when we come into the twisty bits. Oh, he has a red thing there. I don't know what that was. So on his dashboard, thought that was maybe fuel. But that disappeared. Maybe he was just over revving a bit. Yeah, very quiet steering inputs here, I think too. Good setup, I guess. Compare a little bit with Brian Murray. Yeah, like butter. Steering inputs like butter. Oh, Benchaya in the pits. Wonder why. So it looks a little bit now that Brian have lost a little tempo. Let's compare his lap times. Yeah, I mean, they're within 1/10 here, so they're still lapping really, really evenly. Oh, okay, that's the 0 TC warning. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm impressed that people that can change the TC. Just sitting there and driving and then changing the TC, it's pretty impressive. Oh, there's Derek going really, really wide. We haven't seen any track cut penalties, drive-throughs, and we now have 19 drivers. So who else? Let's look at that real quick. Meleski. Meleski dropped out. Oh, we can hear it. I don't know if you guys heard, but I could hear the tires were screeching. So if this stands the way it is here with Spornoff as P3, that would be his his third. No, I'm sorry. No, he was P6. He was P2, P3. Mirsch was in Paul Ricard, and P6 then in Circuit of the Americas. But there is still a chase. Less than 2 minutes now. This is the closest battle on track at the moment. Let's get in the cockpit of Murray again. Look at these butter smooth inputs. All right, Harmy, that's good to know. Thanks for that. Yeah. Aggressive TC on the McLaren, so it's better to keep it off when you go over bumpy areas. So like this chicane here, I would assume. Yeah, a lot of sliding. Can hear it. There's no grip. All right, 19 cars remains. Right now, the one that have gained most positions is Eric Langlois, up 7 in P14. Let's see where Eric was last race. Eric Langlois was P12, Circuit of the Americas. No drive-throughs yet, as we're coming through on the last lap, I would think. Solid driving by Chris. So all 4 of these are ending as they started. Go in the cockpit again of Chris as he completes this lap. I don't know if it's going to be one more lap No, it wouldn't, I would assume. Oh, Roman Mark in the pits. What happened there? Oh, Randy Zimmer. Something happened. Let's see. Oh, he just lost it there. Unfortunate. Going back to Chris Bourne. Finalizing the lap. Oh, now Brian getting really close. Now it's really a fight to the end. But here's the last lap. It's very close. And there's the flag. All right, Chris Bourne is the winner. Brian Murray, P2. Mirsh Pornov comes in as P3. Derek Bird, P4. And Robert Homer as P5. Well done by these guys. Very nice. And let's go over to the interview screen and see if we can catch someone. Just get out of there, that view. And let me get into the right channel. Okay, let's pull someone in here. Chris.
Hi, Chris, man. Yeah, I didn't expect that. God, what? You're probably thinking, I'll be pulling away soon. I'll be pulling away soon. But no, that was good, man. That was good.
I think you're on tow right behind.
Let me get my...
at the anchor.
Oops, I'm just trying to get my graphic up here. Oh, I need to download my graphic. There it is. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. So congratulations. Let's start with Mirsh. Was it nice to not drive Circuit of the Americas today? You like this
both
track?
Tracks are good. Both tracks. I didn't like Circuit of America, but I like it now. It is good. I love this track, but Brian and Chris are faster than me.
Yeah.
I had a great fight with Derek, like usual. He's my personal torturer.
Yeah, good stuff. So I think, yeah, you're gonna, because before this race you were on the same point, so now you're gonna pass him. Now you're gonna be P3 in the championship.
Oh, so he will pass me next race. He will pass me.
Yeah, and Brian, you won the last 2 races, but P2 today.
I was very glad with P2. I didn't think I'd be so close behind Chris for the whole race. I'm very, very surprised.
Yeah, so I know anyone had trouble with tires?
No, not really.
No.
Yeah.
No, nice and cool temperatures. Nice.
Last lap nerves.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, you were really pushing there to get ahead of stay ahead rather. Yes, this track is not easy to pass on. So, I mean, once you're ahead of someone, you just have to kind of try to be as wide as possible.
I think it's focused on turn 1, not crashing the chicane, and then you're kind of fairly safe unless you missed a braking down the hill before you come back up again for that last 5 corners to the end, I think it is.
Yeah, it's really
Which I did once, Brian. I missed it once, Brian.
Yeah, stay focused. That's the thing.
I had a couple of sniffs, but nothing major. I couldn't really get alongside yet.
Well, let's just say after Brian's last week, sticking his nose up the inside when I was leading last week, it wasn't going to happen again today.
No, you had it well covered.
I learnt from my mistakes.
Yeah.
Got to expect the unexpected.
And it was a pretty clean race. There was only one contact on the first lap recorded. Otherwise, there were some contacts early on here, second lap here and there, and third lap. But a good start. I was nervous about everyone kind of piling into the chicane, and people are braking earlier than the guy behind expected, and so on. But it went really well.
I did nearly die a second to the last lap. I wonder where Brian dropped back, and I got to the chicane. I was like, oh, missed the second part of it.
Yeah.
Nearly.
We had a bit of a scare, Chris. There was somebody, I think it was Kevin Torrance.
Last corner, yeah.
Yeah, on the exit of the last corner, and he just disappeared at the right time into the pits. Yeah, that was a bit scary.
Yeah. Yeah, and also Thomas, his game crashed. Thomas Regnier, so he left, and Newcomb left as well. I don't know why, but
it was a little glitch that came on. I did get a little glitch on mine.
Yeah, I had half a second glitch on mine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, that could have been someone just leaving the game or so. All right, well, good entertainment as usual. So congratulations for the podium.
Well done, Chris.
Well done, Brian.
All right.
Well done, Murty.
Cheers, Christian.
See you next time. Cheers. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, everyone, thanks for joining this stream and watching eSeniors in action. We'll see you next stream. That should be on Friday, GT2. So we'll catch you then. Bye-bye.